Welcome to the year in review for the past 12 months and our journey since 2016. Before I start, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the lands that Southern Grampians covers, the Gunditj Yamara, the Tapawurrung and the Boandic people, and may I pay my respects to the elders past and present and those emerging. We set out on this journey back in 2016 with a council plan that covered 4 years from 2017 to 2021. We had 5 key objectives that we were covering: the community, the economy, infrastructure, environment and governance. Back in 2016 when we first came in, Council was delivering about 65% of its capital works program. Now we've worked really hard with our team and we've become a very lean and efficient organisation, and we're now consistently in the mid 90% completion rate, so we're doing really well. During that time, we've had significant investment into our roads and into our infrastructure. Over the 4 years, there's been more than $30 million alone spent just on our roadworks. Our first job as councillors was to listen to the community and get the priorities and pursue over time the things that they wanted us to deliver. And then the challenge was then to try and leverage that, what the community was after, to see what extra funds and projects we could get up for the year. Long-standing issues that we jumped into was this is initially back in the 2016 was the Highlight Basketball Stadium, which had a leaking roof it had been leaking when I was in council back in 1996, so that's now done. This year we've completed the Mount Rouse steps, and it's something that's been long overdue, and it's one of the premier viewing areas in the Southern Grampians. I'm really happy to be able to report back to some of the achievements of our significant projects that we've delivered across the entire Shire over the last 12 months. We've spent a lot of time and effort and given considerable money to all our communities through the greater grants, and probably over the 4 years delivered money to more than 100 organisations. It's a really significant program, and it does help build stronger communities. Over the years, we've been working quite strong with our digital innovation, and now in any of the towns that you go into we have free Wi-Fi, and through the CBDs we're currently working on some smart parking in Hamilton, digital parking, and we've also had our digital information festival that we run in April of each year. This year, obviously with the COVID situation, things were a little different, and we couldn't deliver that the same way. We've been doing a lot to develop the regional economy and our businesses. We've been working on the CBD revitalisation, the new Hamilton Gallery. People have seen a lot of work going on up at the Hamilton Livestock Exchange on Port Fairy Road in our industrial estate. And we've also still been working on that greater Hamilton branding. The built environment, we've been doing a lot of work there, and you'll certainly see a lot more work over the next few months, working on our roads, our footpaths, a big emphasis on our footpaths this year, our parks and gardens, Padrina Park, Lake Hamilton. You'll have seen a lot of the trees going into our gateways, sort of coming down Ballarat Road. Next year you'll see trees going out Coleraine Road, so there's been quite a bit of work done along there. We've been doing significant work promoting our natural environment. If you've been down on the Grange Burn last year, we had a really big planting day down there. It was a group effort with some other organisations, with Wannon Water and the Catchment Authority. We've been doing some work out at the Wannon and also at the Nigretta. Over the past 12 months, we've had some significant milestones for some of our councillors, and I'd like to acknowledge those. Firstly was Mayor Mary Ann Brown, who received the Meritus Award, which was for serving as 3 years as a mayor, and this is an award through the MOV, and also to Councillor Cathy Armstrong, who's got her 10-year award. It's a fantastic achievement, and really good to recognise them. I'd like to also acknowledge all my other councillors and their great work, and the assistance and guidance that I got from my Deputy Mayor, Councillor Colin Dunkley. The staff and the organisation, we've got such a really good team. Actually, it's not a good team, we've got a great team here now. We're working really well. As I said, we're delivering 90% of our capital works. We're getting on top of lots of things, and things have been ticking along pretty well. We've also been getting out into the community. Obviously this has changed a little bit this year, and it's probably going to continue on to the next year with the COVID stuff. We have been now live streaming our council meetings for anyone that wishes to watch them. We do that through Facebook, so it does give people a little bit of an insight. And look, I've really enjoyed my time as Mayor. It has been a very, very different year. I guess I've been lucky that I haven't had to be out many nights, but over the year I have done lots and lots of video conferencing and stuff like that. My little motto now is Zoom, Zoom. I feel like I'm Zooming every day, and it has been very, very busy. That's about all, and thank you.
I know the Mayor will have spoken about council elections in the 4 years of this term coming to a close. Just reminding the community, I guess, that the Council Plan 2017 to 2021 still has nearly a year to go, or 9 months to go. So the organisation doesn't stop. We will have council elections on the 24th of October, and what will come out of that will be a new council. Whether it's the same council laws or different ones, that's in the hand of the voters, of course, and we'll be working hard to ensure that that process is smooth and accessible to all of the community, and of course to candidates. But we'll continue to be working along with the community and with the council on all of the projects and the services, the 75 services that council provides. We are in a different environment, of course. We're in COVID, so we're all masked up. Here we are in September, and it's likely we're going to be wearing masks and operating in a different environment for some time. And I'd just like to give a big shout out to the community, a thank you for how they've supported the work of the council and looked after each other during these times, and we've still got a little bit to go, I'm pretty sure. As I said, the community and the council will be working together hard over the next 9 months and into the future on projects that are still ongoing. And I'd just like to highlight a couple of those projects that are nearing completion or have been completed. And every town has been touched, every community has been touched by the work of council. Whether it's been through the Greater Grants, which is a fantastic initiative, and we leverage off the work of the community. So council provides about $150,000 over the year towards this, a great program, but that leverages nearly $1 million worth of projects, both cash and in kind from the community. And a big shout out to the community for what you've been able to do with those greater grants. Whether it's the viaduct signage, whether it's the Balmoral Recreation Reserve, the great community hub project that's going on down there. The initiative at Glen Thompson, which started the free pool initiative right across the Shire. So well done to the Glen community for that. At Dunkeld, of course, we've got the Grampians Peaks Trail that's going on, and a lot of work going on at Dunkeld for the visitor hub that will come to fruition in the next 12 months. Coleraine has been the subject of the floods over the 4 years, has been well documented, and that community has absolutely pulled together. And the Turnbull Street courts, the Sylvester Oval recreation facility that's gone on, a big credit to the Coleraine community for that as well. Branksholme, Viaduct, everyone has had an input into the council year, and I really thank the community for what they've been able to do. And we're here to support you in the work of your community. Penshurst is another great example of where the community has identified their priority. The Mount Rouse Steps completed in this time. It was a priority that they mentioned to me 4 years ago and probably before, and that's been completed. And of course, the wonderful Penshurst Botanic Gardens are underway. Tarrington, of course, another one of our great communities, and we were able to deliver in the last 12 months the footpath along Walk and Horse Road and the safe passage for the community to get to the school and to get the recreation reserve. They do a great job in Tarrington, and they do a lot of stuff off their own bat, and this is one that council could help them with. The Cavendish community has done an outstanding job as well. We've got the recreation reserve that was the recipient of a Pick My project, the only one in the Shire and one of the very few in southwest Victoria. That project's almost completed to lift the camping reserve, to lift the recreation reserve, and of course the men's shed has been relocated there, and both the state government and council's been able to support them with that. A fantastic job by the local community, a real hub that we have up there now. The Streetscape Committee has it looking wonderful, and council supports that work with our outdoor workforce. Well done, of course, to Cavendish. In and around Hamilton, a lot going on, of course. Our regional centre, the Ballarat Road tree planting looks magnificent. Spring's about to come, so you'll see that coming into bloom in the next weeks, and we'll be starting Coleraine Road as we speak. So this will really tidy up our entries and gateways to our major towns. The same's happened in Coleraine. The Hamilton Botanic Gardens, of course, the Avery and the Thompson Fountain has been completed. Lots and lots of work gone on, recreation, sport, even in these COVID times. Again, I'd just like to thank the community for their input. I'd particularly like to thank the council, the outgoing council it'll be soon, current Mayor Sharples, and of course for 3 years of this term, Mary Ann Brown as leading the council. But all the councillors for their significant contribution that they make on your behalf, the community's behalf, to the council and the work that we do. And just finally to the organisation. It's been a tough time since March for everyone, but particularly for the organisation. And this organisation has stepped up and performed admirably. So I'd just like to give a big shout out to the staff and finally, of course, to the community for your input. Thank you.